II in a town called Mechelen, where everybody who was transported to concentration camps passed through this one building. And there are tracks right there that could take people off into Poland. So I took pictures there, and then about a year later I went to Austria and I went to Mauthausen concentration camp and took photographs. I always work from my own photographs, unlike the millennials I've been in classes with who surf the internet for all their images. I always work with my own images. So I thought I would do great big prints, and I couldn't make those work. And then I had thrown a bunch of big books into my car before I left for Vermont. And I started printing on translucent vellum paper and then nice printmaking paper and inserting them into books. So this one has a print on vellum over other prints, and there's an image from concentration camp. And this is another one, and the girls are kind of half disappearing. You can barely see them, which seems kind of appropriate to me. And they show you, and the identity of the books, I didn't want the books to be identifiable anymore. I was just using a mixed collection of old hardcover books. So I obscured the outside with modeling paste and paint and collaged images onto the covers. And this one I tore a hole in the cover so some light comes through. And the text is an old Yiddish pre-World War II children's story. And I felt the heart of the project was this man in the hat. And I used him over and over. I did 16 of these books. I felt that it kind of summed it up. The individual who was going to live his life, trying to live his small personal life and being overwhelmed. And then not too long after that, I was involved in something called Jamaica Flux, which was a project of the Jamaica Center for Arts and Learning in Queens, New York. And that is sewn on. So I have Once a Slave is sewn. And this is all paper lithography. And then the back is a digital photograph. And this is another one of those books. And this has text from the Dred Scott decision. It was exhibited in a college, and we had to put up a thing on the wall about what the Dred Scott decision was, which I thought was really sad, but she said, well, they don't all know this. And then there's a little bit of a slave narrative too inserted in there. And this is one more. This is a 4-page double-sided accordion of lithographs with this text, and I'm using, a lot of times I'll take one photograph and I'll use it different ways to create a book. And I think it was around 2000,